This is Amy Laura Hall, and I'm recording answers to some student questions I've received about the Global Health Focus course I'm teaching this semester. I know some of you are tired of reading words on a screen. You're getting inundated by emails, so I thought perhaps a video answer would be more enjoyable and more personal. So I have received questions from some of you about when we will be doing, we will be meeting on a screen together. Probably we'll be using Zoom for guest speakers especially. And some of you have asked what time we will be doing that. So originally our class was scheduled for Mondays and Wednesdays from 12 to 1:15. So what I've done, and that's Eastern Standard Time. So what I've done is I have asked our different guest speakers if they can visit with us online on one of those 2 days for the weeks that they'll be visiting with us. So I will have that list finalized probably by the end of this week. So I will be able to tell you exactly which Mondays and which Wednesdays we will be, as many of us as we can, meeting on the screen with our guest speakers from 12 to 1:15 Eastern Standard Time. All right, I hope that's helpful. What I need to hear from y'all, so you can email me this answer, you can text me. I think most of you have my phone number by this point. You can text me, you can email me your answer to this question, but when you have time, please let me know whether or not that particular time from 12 to 1:15 on Mondays and Wednesdays Eastern Standard Time, if those times work for you, because I understand that some of you may not be in Durham. I understand some of you may be on a different continent, so you may be far away, and that time might be very inconvenient for you. I do not want you to have to break your sleep patterns for this class. So what I'll do, if for some of you that time really doesn't work, it's okay. You are not penalized at all. What I will do is I'll figure out some way that I can be online with you and possibly a few others a different time. And what we'll do is, as our guest speakers allow us to, I will record the conversations we have at those times. All right, so just let me know how that time works for you, and if it doesn't, we will come up with a plan B for you, and we'll make this work. I also want to note that some of you may be close by but not have reliable internet for whatever reason. If that's the case, we can also come up with other plans for when you would have access to the internet. Some of you may be working an extra job off campus if we're planning on campus employment that you don't have right now. So I understand that you will need flexibility, many of you, and that is okay. That's the case for my other class I'm teaching, and it was the case for many people in the spring when we switched to online. So we'll get through this together. Okay, other questions. I also have had students ask about my grading policy. There is a short video that I made about participation, about your participation grade. And I tried to be very clear in that video about how I will be thinking about participation and why I'm continuing to keep participation as a significant part of your grade. For your papers, I will not be grading your first few close reading papers. I'll be editing them, but not grading them, because in my experience, it takes students a while to learn how to do the close reading method that I'm asking you to do. And it's my job, it's why they pay me the big bucks, sort of, but it's my job to help you figure out your own best way of writing a close reading. That is very important to me as a teacher, to help you figure out your own best way to write a close reading. There's no one-size-fits-all model for doing a close reading. So I'll be helping you with that, especially the first few weeks. And it may be that it takes some of you a month to learn how to write a close reading, and that's not a disaster. You will be in very good company, including with PhD students. So it takes a while to figure it out for some people, and that's absolutely fine. It's my job to help you do it. I am going to be trying to figure out how to combine a mini lecture and images. I need help figuring that out. I'm gonna try to figure out, because I don't really want to hold my little phone up with a scene and then talk about the scene, although that would be the low-tech way to do it. If I can't figure out a different way, then that's how I'll end up doing it. But I'll record another video about doing a close reading of one detail in a film, a television episode like Star Trek for your class, or a movie. So I'll be doing that later. When we get to reading Contagious, the one book that we're reading for this class by Priscilla Wald, when we get to discussing that book, you will probably, some of you will decide you want to write on a movie or a television episode or something that she talks about in her book. So the sense of how to do a close reading of a detail in a film is something that will be useful to you, and it probably will be useful to you in other classes as well. That's what I found in the past, is students have come back to tell me that the close reading method ended up being helpful to them in other classes. Let's see, other questions. Everything I've posted should be available for free through the library. I'm going to be posting a link to the episodes today on Sakai. Now, Sakai is not, to me at least, not intuitive, meaning I don't find Sakai to be a automatically understandable format, but it is the format that we are supposed to use, at least for Trinity College. So for the focus program, we were told that was the program we needed to use. So that's the one I'm using. And if you have questions about Sakai, there are people who know computers better than I do, lots of people who know computers better than I do, and they can help you. So you can contact the Office of Instructional Technology, or OIT, and yes, Office of Instructional Technology, I think it's OIT. You can also ask me, though. You can also email me. If there's no stupid question, and if I don't know the answer, I'll help you figure out who to help you find the answer. All right. Okay, then I think that may be it. So, all right, send me more questions. There was one other question somebody asked. I can't remember what it was now. Well, that will hopefully answer most of your questions. The videos that I posted on Sakai that like how to do a close reading of a text, how to do a close reading of an image, those are going to be, I hope, helpful to you. They're certainly better than starting from scratch. And also, there's a guide on Sakai to close readings, as well as some sample papers. But please note, the sample papers are not recipes. You can come up with your own best way of writing a close reading. I just put those there because I thought they might be helpful for you to see that you don't need to write a whole full essay. That's not what this is. Okay, all right. I will stop now and record more as needed. Bye.